Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Political Ray. So, the Senate and the House have both passed the CR bill, keeping the government from shutting down. Now, it's still, as far as I can tell right now, it still hasn't gone is gone to the president's desk, though it hasn't been signed yet by President Biden. It probably will. There's nothing that I've read that said that it's not going to be passed. He's supporting it, so should avoid the government shutdown, which I don't really. It doesn't really bother me, but that's a whole different story. But we're gonna take a look at a couple of things, and just take a look. I mean, because this there was a CR bill that was passed back on September 26th. Okay, and they had 85 days to figure this out before the deadline of yesterday at midnight, and they waited to the last minute to try and get anything done with it. Why they waited so long and didn't do it until the last minute? That's just the government. What are you gonna do? I mean, that's just what they do. They always wait to the last minute. There's always this fret about a government shutdown. Most of the time, it doesn't happen. There has been a few of them. There was a time I remember there was a government shutdown when Biden was in, or not Biden, Obama was in office. I was actually in school at the time, and the school was getting mad at me because they weren't getting the GI Bill, and I was like, "Hey, government shut down. You'll get your money when they come back." That's about it. I mean, it's not like they do a whole lot anyway. So anyway, so we're gonna take a look at this. This is from the Washington Post, and this is from when it went through the House yesterday, with a vote of 366 to 34, and this is this is um this is a knockdown version because the original one was like 1,500 pages, and now this one it got knocked down to 118 pages, which is better. It got a lot of stuff got cut out. There was like $60 billion going to Ukraine. There was some funding for some medical research. There was a bunch of other stuff that was jam packed into this thing. It was 1,500 pages long. That's why it was shot down. There's a lot of people, a lot of outcry about the fact that there was research for some you know pediatric care, but that was something that had already gotten passed before in a single issue bill. And that's the thing a lot of people are talking about now too is why does everything have to get crammed into a giant omnibus bill when you can just do a single issue bill and try and get it passed that way? It would make more sense. But this is how the government operates. They'll throw everything that they want into this giant omnibus bill right at the last minute and say that, oh, we have to pass this bill or the government's going to get shut down. We'll make it a bill about the funding and not about everything else, and it'll get passed. And that's pretty much what happened with this one. That's like I said, it got knocked down from 1,500 pages down to 118. It took a lot of that excess stuff out. Now there's some stuff in there that I agree with. There was some funding for the Helene victims that I completely agree with. Like I said, if we're going to keep sending billions of dollars to Ukraine, there's no reason why we can't send some money over to victims of Helene and make sure that they're taken care of. America first. That's Donald Trump's policy. That's what should be in place. Anyway, so we got that, and we'll take a look at this as well. This is just the bill, a little bit of what's in it. It's going to cover military defense, judiciary, federal payments, and another thing I want to point out too is the fact that the original bill of 1,500 pages had a giant pay increase for Congress. Now these people in Congress they make I think it was $174,000 every year, and the pay increase that was in the 1,500 pages was going to take them to just under $250,000 a year. Take that into account, plus all the stuff they get from donors and the lobbyists and everything else that they get. I mean, AOC is a perfect example. She got into office and she was broke, and she's worth millions of dollars now. So that's a perfect example of getting rich off of taxpayers' money and lobbyists and donors. So I don't think they need a pay increase. They do just fine without it. So And let me see here if I get the right one here. Nope, not that one. I think it was this one. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. I'm going to show you this because this is what was in the old bill. And this is from Chuck Schumer was raising a fit because he wanted to go back to the old bill that they originally agreed on. And because of President Trump and Elon Musk and JD Vance, this one got they're claiming it's because of them that it got shot down. It's not. I don't believe it's from them. I think they played a part in it. But look at this. You got a 40% pay hike for Congress. For what? Like I said, between the donors and lobbyists and their yearly salary, they make plenty of money they don't need anymore. 15 million to fund college tuition for Egyptians. 400,000 for transgender clothing expenses. What is that for? I don't even know what that is. 500,000 for DEI zoo initiative. What? So now you have to pay. You have to throw out $500,000 to zoos for a DEI initiative. Why can't they just do DEI on their own? Make it make sense to me because that doesn't make any sense to me. $850,000 for a gay senior living center. What? What? Look, if there's older people that are gay in a senior home, let them be gay. What do you need $850,000 for? It's ridiculous. This is what I'm talking. All this crap that they're just trying to thrust into this bill at the final moment and saying, "Oh, it has to be passed. It's the government's going to get shut down. We have to pass this." And they just shove all this crap in there. This is to please their donors and their lobbyists. This is all it is. Funding for multiple biolabs. Yeah, because that went over real well with COVID and everything else. Mask and vaccine mandates in anticipation of new pandemic. Are you kidding me? No. People are not going to go for that. Provisions for government censorship of free speech. Yeah, because we really need that. Free speech is the bedrock of America and it needs to be protected. Provisions for the government to censor people. That's just no. No. It's never going to happen in this country unless they take our Second Amendment away. Then it'll happen just like that, and we don't want that. So I'm just saying that first bill of 1,500 pages, it's a good thing it got shot down. There's no reason for all that crap. None. They just trying to cram it in there so that they can please their lobbyists and get themselves more money. That's all they want. Anyway, this is from CNBC. Government shutdown averted after Senate passes bipartisan House stopgap funding bill. Now, keep in mind, this bill, it's only for 3 months. Okay? This goes through to when President Trump gets into office, and then they're going to have to figure it out again. This is the same thing that they signed, pretty much, another bill that they signed in just like the previous one that was done on September 26th to get us through to December 20th. They need to start talking and figuring it out now so that they don't. But I can tell you right now, it's gonna keep going. It'll get to the deadline, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, the government's gonna shut down again," and then they'll try and cram a bunch of stuff into a bill. Mark my words. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but I don't think I will be. It'll happen again. But the government's not gonna get shut down right now. It's going to go through until Trump can get actually into office and sworn in, and then they can figure it out from there. Like I said, they need to start working on it now, so that they don't put it off to the last minute and try and cram a bunch of stuff in there. But they'll probably do it again. So it won't surprise me. Probably won't surprise a lot of other people. But anyway, people that are worried about that, I know a lot of people saying that, look, just shut it down. They don't do a lot anyway. So, but there would have been a lot of people that would be out. I mean, a lot of people that depend on the VA. I used to be one of them people where all I had was the VA, and when it got shut down, I waited. It was 2 or 3 months before I got paid again. So it can be rough, but in the end, you do get all that back pay. So, and I did the last time it happened to me. So it is what it is. I wouldn't have I wouldn't have had a problem if it did shut down, but that was just me. Anyway, appreciate you hanging out through my rants. That's all I got for now. Hope y'all have a good morning, have a good day. Appreciate you hanging out. Hit that follow, subscribe, and y'all have a good day. God bless.